Let's go ahead and get started then. First off, thank you everyone for joining this morning. We're very glad to have you here. Commissioner Garcia, thank you for giving a presentation today. We really appreciate having you here and taking the time to speak to our Transportation Committee. Just give you a quick overview, real quick, Commissioner Garcia, of our Transportation Committee for Baytran. Our group has actively been working on coming up with a mobility motion map. And we've been working on gathering all of the key projects for the Bay Area and looking at how we can help advocate to get these projects pushed through. So I know today we're also very excited to hear from you on priority projects and key projects. So we're very excited to hear that. And so I did want to give a quick introduction for you, Commissioner Garcia. And so, to start off, yet again, thank you for joining us today. And Commissioner Garcia was born in Houston, Texas, and he is the youngest of six children, so big family. And Commissioner Garcia started out, uh, I went blank, sorry, for 23 years. He was with our Houston Police Department, so thank you so much for your service there. Following his time as at the Houston Police Department, he served for 6 years as the Houston City Councilman. He was later elected for Commissioner of Precinct 2 in 2018, and then he also won re-election in 2022. And so, Commissioner, I'm going to pass it over to you now. And yet again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It is my honor to be here with Baytran and appreciate all that you do and for the advocacy and keeping us laser focused on those critical, important transportation projects for this particular region of Baytran, but in general for the entire Houston, Galveston area region. It's all critical. It all works together. It all feeds into each other. And it's vital to everyone's future and success, regardless of where we may sit, whether inside the Baytran area or not. But I'm honored as the Commissioner of Precinct 2 to represent a good portion of Baytran's area. And I just absolutely love and I applaud the leadership and work of Amy and the entire team over at Baytran. And it's just been a pleasure to work with her and all the members to ensure that we're all synced up and working together to make sure that we keep our area relevant and strong and viable for new economic development opportunities. So with all that being said, I just want to talk about Revive to Thrive a bit. Revive to Thrive is a philosophy that I have in my office. It's revitalizing areas so that they can be thriving. And the revitalization is, look, I think we all know that we could leave things to development, but when development alone happens, sometimes it's not interconnected with everything else. We'll require developers to do something right here because it's relevant to their project, but it doesn't connect into other things. And so Revive to Thrive is to make sure that we're looking at the entire area and making sure that everything is interconnected and that we're providing strategic investments in areas that may have not previously received it. It is a process of working with our collective partners, whether, for example, I see Councilmember Branson with the city of Friendswood or Pearland, like I'll highlight in a minute. But it is working with our strategic partners, leveraging each other's resources. And that's why I appreciate the support of Baytran when we were having a conversation in the last legislative session about mobility dollars. Everything that I'm going to talk about has a strong connection to those mobility funds that we cherish, but that we absolutely put to work on a daily basis with our respective partners and communities. So Revive to Thrive is critical. It is providing essentially for those of you who've been around a little bit like me, one of my mentors was Mayor Lanier, and he came up with a concept called neighborhoods to standards. Well, Revive to Thrive is essentially my version of that. So it always looks at sidewalks, it looks at drainage improvements, it looks at road improvements or total street reconstructions. It looks at street striping, street lighting. All these things, I believe, are the essential elements of what every neighborhood, every community wants to feel thriving, safe, and walkable and enjoyable for their kids and for their families and for businesses around the area. And so since I've been in office, I've worked on about 90 different projects within the Baytran service area. And those are just been a pleasure to work on. However, I want to take this opportunity this morning to focus on 5 particular projects. The first one is the Fairmont Parkway sidewalk and trail. This one is in phase 2. And you'll see on the screen, my staff will walk us through those particular details. This one is currently in progress. The Fairmont Parkway sidewalks spans from State Highway 146 to the Sylvan Beach Park. And if you haven't been to Sylvan Beach lately, please come. You're going to see it in its before stage. And then I hope you'll get to see it in its after stage, because we're about to do some incredible work over there in the coming year. So part of the philosophy of Revive to Thrive is ensuring that mobility is functioning, and it's that it is contemporary, and that we're making sure that we're thinking about all aspects of users in terms of mobility systems. So sidewalks in this regard help to provide a safe and accessible pathway for pedestrians to visit, whether it be your restaurants, go to church, go to work, schools in particular. And obviously, I want you to come visit Sylvan Beach if you want to walk or bike to it. But the project was awarded at the last Commissioners Court meeting, and it will start construction next month. And the total investment of this particular project is just about $1 million, by $900,000 to be exact. So now let's take a look at the next project. This is the Destination Trail. It is a 31-mile proposed hike and bike trail within Harris County, featuring countless historic and culturally significant sites connecting the cities of Houston, South Houston, and Webster. And Precinct 2, my team is responsible for about 2 miles of the trail that will be from Spur 5 to Milby Park. And again, we're working to provide safe and accessible pathways for pedestrians and cyclists to make sure that they can get through that trail and enjoy all the relevant landmarks and significant sites, and enjoy the neighborhoods and connect the neighborhoods as well. And then obviously, the sidewalks look, for many of us, sidewalks are sidewalks. But in Precinct 2, we have been, just bullish on these because it just made sense. When you have neighborhoods, well, you got to make sure that they're safe, especially for our children and for our seniors. And so when we first started to lay down our first sidewalk projects, I was just humbly impressed with how significant the community saw these sidewalk projects. So once we got that particular read, we made sure that we were interconnecting the entire precinct. No disrespect to Baytran, but not just the Baytran area, but we were working to connect the entire precinct with a strong sidewalk connectivity program. And these are just some of the elements of that strategy that we're rolling out. But this particular project, the Destination Trail, is a collaboration with the City of Houston, as well as with TxDOT, also to ensure that we're providing safer rail crossings that will be along the path. And so now we'll go into our third project. This one's exciting. The Fairmont Parkway. This is phases 1 through 4. And Fairmont Parkway is in 4 sections, but it is absolutely one continuous road for any of you who have ever been down there. You'll recognize that from that it rolls from Red Bluff all the way to 14th Street. And excuse me. And we're designing the addition of one lane in each direction. We're going to be replacing the bridges that have reached their lifespan. We want to make sure those bridges are safe, absolutely, and make sure that they're outside of the flood control system so that there is nothing that can get caught and, as a consequence, contribute to flooding. We're going to be widening other parts of the roadways. We're going to be adding a trail to the south side right away and a sidewalk to the north side right away. We'll be reevaluating the intersections for safety and ensuring that the existing road is smooth, because sometimes it's a little fun over there. Don't try to drink your cup of coffee as you're riding on some portions of Fairmont. It could make for a bad experience. But in total, I'm excited because this project will be somewhere in the neighborhood of about $80 million that we are looking to invest in this particular area. So we have just wrapped up the preliminary engineering phase of this, and now we're authorized to go into design. Later on, we'll be going into design and asking for authorization later this year. So stay tuned, because so many people have been asking about improvements and attention to Fairmont Parkway. It's coming. It's absolutely coming, and I'm excited about it. We've recently gotten some interesting news. I want to couch it as good news, but as they say, until you have it in your hand, it's not great news. So we're still working through those particular details. And when we get all that finalized, trust me, Baytran will hear about it. So now we will talk about the partnership program. And again, as I started earlier, thank you to the city of Friendswood, Mayor Foreman, Mayor Cole, all of our respective partners, Amy, because all of you made sure to voice your support of our partnership project program that Precinct 2 piloted, and it's now a county-wide strategy that we use for any part of our bond programs. And it's a transparent way. It shows everybody how we're collaborating. It shows everybody how much we're investing. It shows how we're putting mobility dollars to work. And it's been an absolute game changer. It really has. When I first came into this role, many of my mayors were asking for the status of their projects. They thought they were in one particular place. Many of the projects were not anywhere close to where people thought they were or should be. And as a commitment coming into this role as the Commissioner of Precinct 2, I said, look, we're going to be transparent about this process. I want to make sure that I'm not serving just one side of the precinct, but I want to make sure that I am a partner and doing all that I can to support every part of Precinct 2. And so hence the partnership project program was born. It is a very transparent program, and we've been doing it, and we launched it in 2020. And so I'm going to go into detail on some of these, but the 2024 infrastructure bond that we passed, it's the largest bond in terms of partnerships to date, because we made sure to dedicate a portion of that bond towards the partnership program. And in Precinct 2, we have thus far partnered with 24 local government or entities. So very, very proud of that. And so the program, the bond program, and through the partnership process is partnering to improve drainage systems, parks, trails, and roads. The total cost estimate for the 2024 call for projects for the program is about 164 million, with precinct 2 matching they're about 67 million of that. So this is how we all work together, and this is how I work hard to use these resources to strategize and collaborate, so that it's one side, but it's lifting all of our respective boats, and it's helping us move forward and supporting our respective communities. So in total, we've worked on 76 projects totaling 335 million, with precinct 2 contributing just about half of that, or just under half of that. And this has been since 2020. So I appreciate everybody's confidence in the program, and always please stay tuned as the new fiscal year start. We're doing annual call for projects, and I'm excited about the ones we select and collaborate on and agree on, and then we work to execute. So that's about the partnership project program. Our final project, or no, I got two more projects. Our next project that I want to talk about is Hughes Road. And this is a collaboration with the city of Pearland. So go Mayor Cole. And this is to expand Hughes Road to a 4-lane boulevard section, and add a 6-foot sidewalk from Pearland Parkway to about 6,100 feet to the northeast. This project was selected from the 2023 partnership program, and it's being led by the city of Pearland. The total project cost is 10 million, with precinct 2 contributing just under half of that, 4.8 million of that. So excited to work. Although I got a small portion of the city of Pearland, again, I am absolutely committed to making sure that every part of precinct 2 is being supported to the fullest extent possible. And so finally, I want to talk about the work that we're doing with the city of Baytown. This project will be starting in early 2026, and is a $20 million improvement to the Market Street from Bayway Drive to West Sterling Avenue, approximately 2.3 miles. This project is a great example of creative and innovative traffic engineering. We're replacing 4 traffic signals with 3 roundabouts, and reducing the number of travel lanes, adding bus pullouts, a 12-foot trail, and a 6-foot sidewalk, a safer rail crossing for pedestrians and bicyclists, as well as for the vehicles, improving all intersections for a more safer and more accessible passage. So to all members, Baytran, these projects are exciting, but I absolutely cannot do them without your collaboration, your partnership, and your confidence in the partnership project program. So thank you for that confidence, but more than anything, thank you for the collaboration. This is how we get things going in every part of the precinct, and it is where it's a process that, in fact, I was at a meeting last night about another road that we're doing a reimagining corridor study on. I absolutely believe trying to get as close to the ground as possible to get the perspective of those who live the environment on a day-to-day basis, because I know we have phenomenal engineers, but always when we go to the community, in this case, to the mayors, the council members, the strategic stakeholders in the particular areas, for example, here in Baytran, you absolutely help us make these projects much better than just leaving them to the engineering drawing boards. So thank you for that support, that collaboration, and thank you for allowing me to spend a few minutes with y'all this morning, and I'm happy to take any questions or that you may have. So, Amy, thank you.
Yeah.
I think we're having a little trouble hearing you, Amy, but I guess let's just go ahead and open up to questions. Thank you, Commissioner Garcia. We really appreciate your presentation. And does anyone have any questions?
This is Sally Branson.
Mayor
I have a
Cole, I think
question.
you have your hand up, right? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, real quick, Commissioner, first off, thank you for your partnership. As always, partnership projects. I've got a couple things I want to add to it. Number one, it takes partnerships to make a lot of these projects really happen. We're stretching tax dollars, we're helping each other out. It is regional in scope, even though this is more of a local street, it takes the region working together. So I want to thank you publicly for the partnership, the innovative ideas, bringing those dollars to the table, and we can all work together to make some of these projects happen. Secondly, I want to brag on your staff and everything that they do behind the scenes to make sure that these projects, number one, happen, but number two, I'll give you a quick story. We had, if any of you know Pearland and Golfcrest Country Club and the bridge that goes into Golfcrest, TxDOT had a project to replace that bridge. And in typical fashion, a lot of times you don't have a lot of time on the start time. And so when they did that, that entrance is closed, for the better part of a year, which meant one way in and one way out on Scarsdale. Well, lo and behold, Commissioner Garcia's staff had some rehab on Scarsdale being planned, and they put a hold on that. They put the brakes to that until the bridge was complete and worked with us on traffic signal, temporary traffic signal, and all of that on the backside. So the partnership goes beyond just capital improvements, but it also goes to traffic management in the midst of all of that. So Commissioner Garcia, I want to thank you specifically for that. And that's one of the reasons we stepped up and with a resolution to work with you guys on killing the bill of taking your toll projects and toll monies and reducing that. So
Good deal. Mayor, thank you so much. I appreciate the partnership. And you're absolutely right. I'm really proud of my team. They're listening to you, so I really appreciate the compliments of them. Except that I see their heads getting swollen a little bit as you were speaking, so I'm gonna have to douse them with some cold water here in a minute. Yeah. They're gonna be doing this too. But thank you for those kind words.
I'd like to chime in as well. This is Sally Branson. Friendswood has been the beneficiary of your partnership, not once, but twice of late on our Blackhawk Boulevard. You helped us with phase one, and now you're helping us complete phase two, and it has gone extremely well. Those residents are very grateful. And I loved your example of you didn't want to be drinking a cup of coffee as you're driving down that road. Now, half the road, you can drink your cup of coffee while you're driving down. But speaking for Friendswood, we are very, very grateful for your partnership. So thank you, Commissioner Garcia.
Likewise, you have been phenomenal. And when y'all became a new member of Precinct 2, I wanted to reach out, and it's just been a pleasure to work with you, Mayor. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the collaboration.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have any other questions for the commissioner?
This is Chad Burke with the Economic Alliance. Look, I'll continue the Love Fest because this Fairmont Parkway project that he detailed has been long on the list, and he has put it at the top of his priority list. So we appreciate that. In conjunction to that, I just have to say, for those of you who don't get to work with him as much as we do, when we have large cap industrial projects that require infrastructure help, we can take those companies and those decision makers directly to Commissioner Garcia. And I still use this quote all the time. There's a project that's actually coming online, Commissioner, here shortly, that the Cal project just off of Fairmont. And we introduced him to that leadership. At the end of the conversation, commissioners' comments were, okay, we're going to help you on your permitting, but what else can we do for you? Can we build a road for you? And sure enough, they widened and strengthened the road at the south end of Underwood to get in and out of that very large facility. And they're ribbon cutting. That was 2 years ago. Their ribbon cutting on the commissioning of that facility is coming up here in the next couple of months. But those are the type of infrastructure, freight transportation projects that he is always ready to help us on, and him and his staff do a phenomenal job. So I just have to say thank you again, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chad. I appreciate you, and thank you for your leadership. I don't think our regional partners in the area would be as would be benefiting as much of being in Houston, Harris County, if not for your leadership and your advocacy. So I always appreciate that. But also look, the things I think about are economic development. The things I think about is, the work coming to and from our port is a competitive industry. So New Orleans, even Jefferson County, Miami, San Diego, LA, New York, everybody is hungry to take our business. And if we don't invest in things that support our local industry, I always worry that it would give a reason for folks to think about doing business elsewhere, which I will never want to see happen on my watch. So anytime, Chad, you bring something to us, it's critical, it's important, it makes sense, it's about jobs, it's about the economy. So we're absolutely going to be yes at the hello.
Well, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Well, if we don't have any, oh, sounds like we got one.
Hannah, can you hear me, Hannah?
We can hear you. We're just struggling a little bit, but we can hear you.
You can hear me? Is this better?
Yeah, just a little bit of an
Yes.
echo there.
Okay, well, we've got, we'll quick give you an introduction of who's in the room here. We've got Councilwoman Summer Sanchez and Mayor Sweeney from the city of Seabrook. We've got Bridget with Cardinal and who's his name? Cardinal Consulting and Associates. Brent Sunderman with TLC Engineering. We've got City Manager Cesar Garcia from the city of Pima, and Patty, their Communications Director. We've got Max, Lorcento. There we go, from Terracon. Andrew from Guy Engineering, Brett Signorelli and Aaron Groff from EHRA Engineering. Remind me. Chanel Graves with LAN and Reese Vickers with LAN. We've got Eglantine Calvaro Moss with Quebec International Relations. And we've got Miss Eliza Paul with HFTV, Mr. Ken Peckus with Harris County Transit Services, and myself and Philip Toots with Baytrans. So Hannah, if you want to do online intros.
Yes, for sure. I could kind of run through. So if you guys want to introduce yourself, Chad, do you want to start us out? I think you're first on my screen. Chad Burke.
Introduction. Sure. Chad Burke with the Economic Alliance Houston Port Region.
Sally.
Sally Branson, City of Friendswood City Council member.
Mayor Cole.
Kevin Cole, Mayor, City of Pearland.
Peggy.
Peggy Saylor, good morning, Vice Chair, Clear Creek Watershed Steering Committee.
Jennifer? I think she's on mute right now.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to find the deal. Jennifer Enfield, I'm the Director of Career and Technical Education and Advanced Academics for Galveston ISD.
Matthew? Oh, he's on mute. Looks like he's driving.
Sorry, Matt Hanks, Brazoria County.
I'm trying to go through my screen. If I missed you, just shout out. Byron?
He's here.
Okay.
He's one of those guys that got big headed.
No, no worries. I'm gonna go to the end because, like I said, I'm having trouble on my screen. Monica?
Hello, sorry about that. Monica
No
Escobar,
worries.
20 Barfield, DCCM.
Deanna?
Diana Tabor, Terracon.
And I apologize. There's a couple here that it's showing someone's there, but there's not a name. So if I didn't shout you out, I apologize. Do you want to just chime in now?
Jay Wadaki with HNTB.
Well, this is Sivaji Senapati with Harris County Engineering and also Baytran.
Anyone else we missed? Well, and I also wanted to definitely give out, and I apologize. This morning I was so excited to hear from Commissioner Garcia. I skipped introductions, and I also skipped thanking our sponsors for today. So I did want to give a shout out to Cardinal Consulting and Associates. Bridget Mickens is the CEO and director. And so, Bridget, thanks so much for sponsoring breakfast tacos and donuts this morning. And Woolper Engineering also provided coffee. Hopefully, it made it. So, anyways, and I'm with Woolper Engineering. Commissioner, while we do have you, if there's no more introductions, we did just kind of want to show you what we've been working on as far as our map and as far as our projects, because we definitely love feedback and input. And so I was going to share my screen with you all quickly so we can jump into this. And this is definitely a work in progress. I lost my Zoom where I can share. Let me get it here. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let's see if it's coming.
There you go.
Okay, you guys can see the Excel spreadsheet?
Mhm.
Okay, so Commissioner, this is the first stab that we've taken as a committee to identify projects in the Bay Area. And then we sort of started taking a stab at classifying those projects, whether this is a safety project, a connectivity project, capacity or planning, and also the urgency. And then we've gone through and classified them by priority. Like I said, this is still a work in progress, and I know it will be ever changing as we go through this list. But this is at least our start that we have. So right now we have 27 projects listed on our mobility project list. And then we're also transferring those over to a map that Quiddity is sponsoring and has provided us with. And we're kind of in the final stages. We'll be doing final, like last call for projects for this and getting them on the map and then, hoping to advocate for funding for these projects. I guess, our team's been very active in putting this together. And so I guess from our committee, does anyone have anything they want to add about these projects that we've compiled that we've been working on?
Well, let me just say, first of all, thank you, and I appreciate you giving this attention. And so just consider my office a partner in looking at these projects, and then supporting all the efforts to find the funding, whether it be through HCAC or maybe a separate allocation, maybe through the state. So whatever we can do to help support the process, count as
Well, we definitely appreciate the partnership and the support. We've also been working with HGAC as well as TxDOT on a lot of these projects and looking for funding opportunities. So, our thing is we don't want to just compile a list of projects. We want to actually see these projects through and see these projects get completed. So we definitely want to help all of Bay Area with that as well.
Absolutely.
For sure. So yet again, thank you again for your support.
And I have a couple of things real quick.
Okay. I think we're getting a lot of feedback on your end, Amy. I think it's sorry. I know we're having some sound trouble today, so thanks everyone for your patience.
Can you hear me, Hannah?
We can hear you. We're just getting a lot of feedback on your end, and Mayor Cole was going to say
Yeah,
something.
there's a lot going on here. Some mowing and some
Yeah, no.
leaf blowing and stuff like that. So it's a little exciting over here today.
It happens. We understand. No worries. Well, I think Mayor Cole, we can hear you,
If you
hopefully.
want
Yeah,
to email me
yeah.
that, Hannah, if you want to email me that list, I want to distribute it to the group one more time to have them
For
take
sure.
another look at it and double check that things are looking good. Okay.
Perfect. Definitely, Amy.
Yeah, Hannah, real quick with the screen that you got up right now, you have FM 518 expansion, and you're saying the location is Alvin. That's actually in Pearland.
Okay. Nope.
Want to
Glad
make
you
sure
said that.
that I would classify it as high priority since it's funded.
Okay.
It's in two phases, but it's all funded. And then secondly, the one above it, FM 1128 expansion in Pearland. This is one, it's unfunded, and I want to kind of highlight this. We may need some help in writing some letters for support. So 5 days before the end of session back in May, I got a phone call from Rep Berry. He was looking for a project to help get funded, something that had the MPO and an MPO number, as well as working with TxDOT and the TxDOT number. And specifically asking him, what are you looking for? He goes, I'm looking for a project to get funded that's not funded. What do you have? And I said, FM 1128 is perfect for that because TxDOT's in the middle of design. Environmental is expected by the end of this calendar year. And so I wanted to raise awareness on that one, maybe from a high priority in the event that we may be able to get funding. I don't know, the legislature, they're going to have pockets of money somewhere. So we want to be ready to, we want to be ready to do that if we can. So I'll know more. Actually need to get with Rep Berry and find out where we sit on that and what's needed. So I wanted to highlight those right there. Thanks.
No, I appreciate that a lot, Mayor Cole. And I'll touch base with you later too, as well, on how Baytran can help you and support you in any of writing of those letters as well. But I think you make a great point. So, I'll get this to Amy, but if everyone will definitely, go through and take a look at this list, double check me for errors. I'm known to make plenty of those. So please go through, double check, check the area. If you think the priority should be changed to, by all means, please let us know because we want to have the best list possible and the most up to date as possible as well. So for sure, appreciate that. Any other comments, questions?
Hannah, if I could, just as a couple of closing comments. One, if you don't already know about Fleet Week that is coming, it'll be towards the end of October, I think early November. It's going to be phenomenal. Essentially, the United States Navy will be making its way up through our port, and it'll be real close to the Southern Beach area. In fact, I think the SEALs are going to do like some amphibious launch onto Southern Beach, so it's going to be cool. I want to mention it for in two regards. One, just to make sure you're aware of it, but secondly, there's going to be about 1,200, I think, Navy men and women that will be attached to all the vessels that will be visiting us. So I just want to make sure that we all do our very best to welcome them and think about some activities to host them in your respective city or community, or just make your residents aware that it's taking place. And obviously, for security reasons, it's going to be it won't be easy to go see all the activities, but we want to encourage anything my office can do to provide support to see some of the events and host the folks. We just want to give them an incredible red carpet treatment. So I wanted to mention that. Secondly, one of the most significant projects that I've been working on since I've been in this role is to improve our permitting process. It just takes too long. Our investors get frustrated when they can't, get their permits and go to construction and open their doors to sell their goods or services. And so this has been a major piece of work that I've been on, and we're looking at all ways to try to improve it, whether it be now through artificial intelligence or streamlining things. But if there's some particular issue or experience that you've had that we absolutely need to make sure to pay attention to, please get that over to me or my team so that we can just try to have as much of a comprehensive perspective to our folks to make sure that we're really, all the time and energy we're putting into it, that it's really well invested, because I don't want to be good by or improved by a couple of days or a month. I want to be dramatically better than where we're at today. I think we're doing a decent job, but I know by virtue of the calls I get, we can absolutely do better. So I just wanted to say, if you got anything in that regard, please let me know. I want to make sure we're giving all that input to our team to make sure we're getting it right.
Well, we will definitely, it looks like Fleet Week is November 12th, so we'll make sure and get our committee out there to support you and everyone who will be coming in for that. And I also did, first off, Commissioner, thank you so much for joining us today and for a wonderful presentation. And I did want to mention that there is another Baytran meeting coming up August 27th. This will be the Ports in the Maritime Subcommittee meeting, if you all are able to join that. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else from Amy that we need to wrap up on. So I know we're having a trouble hearing you over there, Amy, but thank you everyone for joining today. It is all of the people here that make our committee so great and are going to be helping push these projects forward so we can see a lot of great change. But yet again, thank you, Commissioner, for joining. Does anyone else have anything else here? I'm hoping I'm not overriding Amy. We can hear you. It's just like the little touch and go.
Okay, good. Commissioner, thank you so much for your time. Sorry, we've had some audio issues. We kind of pivoted last minute to a bigger room and didn't consider the audio. But appreciate having you here, and we just wanted to make sure that you got a chance to see our map and see what we were doing so that we can make sure that we're advocating for Precinct 2's projects on that map as well as we take that to Austin and to the federal capital for funding.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for your leadership, and to everybody, thank you again for your work in your respective areas. And again, in Precinct 2, we're here to help in any way possible. So please feel free to reach out.
All right. Well, thank you all. Hope you guys have a great day.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Hannah.